All right, we have Luke Norris, the CEO of Kamiwaza.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Well, I never played the video game as you told me. I'm a little jealous and want to check it out now.
It is. It's pretty good, to be honest. Yeah.
Wow, outside of Breckenridge, Colorado, you're calling home. That's fantastic too.
I am blessed beyond words. Yes.
Oh, well, that's great, Luke. Hey, give me a level set out there. I love talking to CEOs and founders about where we are today in the AI revolution, if you will, in terms of deployments. You hear a lot of people talking about things, but where are we in terms of real world deployment?
You know, so this is the year. And I'm not saying that to be optimistic. I'm saying that because we have over 20 Fortune 500s and Global 2000s running significant production workloads.
Okay.
And this is the year that I think the boardrooms are moving from a test that they could talk to actual execution. Also, the macroeconomics that are happening right now, they're trying to find ways to buffer themselves and to sort of get more efficient at less cost. You know, I just did the keynote for Intel at Intel Vision, where we actually did a live demo with Department of Homeland Security, a massive scale project on them doing emergency preparedness, all via generative AI. So I really believe the software and the hardware are finally at the point the enterprise can do inferencing at extreme production workloads and really get the value out of it.
So that means we're seeing case studies, stories about significant cost savings now that are showing up in the bottom line?
So our typical customers are seeing cost savings of about $20 million within their first month. Wow. Typically around their ability to, I don't want to say cut, but transform maybe the relationship with consultants. Okay. So they no longer need the Deloittes and the Andersons that are doing very costly transition level work or modeling work. AI now can take that over overnight. And once you get that level of cost savings, you have the money to reinvest into it and really start to get some cool projects going.
Right, so would we see the consulting firms then, just to kind of play it out, up-leveling their skills and happily utilizing these services directly or indirectly?
You know, it's probably for a drink after this for you and I to talk through on that. I don't think their business models are truly going to allow them to be the right
but you know
consultant.
What made me think about it was that I just read where IBM is going to be providing Microsoft services around AI solutions, and so it seems like we're creating some new ecosystem partnerships.
Yeah, I mean they have to. The enterprise is asking not just for the efficiency gains of AI, but the cost gains of it. Yeah. So you can't just say, hey, Deloitte or whoever, help me on the efficiency side. You also have to have that transference to the cost side. And that really means a lot of it has to eventually be done in-house, but they need people to help them transform. Yeah. And that's where we're seeing these new ecosystems. They're just helping companies fish. Yeah. And once they learn to fish, they're off and running on their own.
Right, teach a man to fish.
You got it.
Okay.
Never be hungry.
Yeah, we won't go there. So the next point I would ask is, so you're sort of winning over the early adopters. So
actually, no, let me stop you right there.
Okay.
The Fortune 500 and global organizations are adopting this for the first time. It's the first technology that they're the early adopters. So one
well,
particular—
I didn't define them as—
I just want to be clear. One of our customers, Campbell Soup, a 158-year-old company. I think they're the second or third oldest on the Fortune 500 list. They're in a mass adoption of generative AI right now. Okay. So it's these laggers that would typically be seen as laggers are actually the ones transforming.
No, but I was
with
referring,
AI.
Luke, to you had captured like 20% of the 500, right?
No, not quite.
So I was saying—
I said about 20.
Okay, well, I used different math. So you captured that part of it. Those are the early adopters. Yeah. Now, how do you get the rest? How do you continue to grow your funnel and help accelerate these pipelines on the next year?
So first, it's my fifth startup. It's the first time in my entire career the funnel's too large.
Yeah.
The leads are too much.
I hate when that happens.
Isn't it amazing? we are actually in a forced slowdown because of implementations with our customers. And we're actually trying to find more and more partners that can help us with those implementations so we can actually move on with adopting and actually helping more organizations, especially in the Fed space. Literally the funnel is so large, we almost can't handle it. We've stood up a whole secondary company practically just to handle the influx coming from Fed.
That's really interesting to me. So what do those partners look like? I guess it's not Deloitte. Or
you know, we're looking for technology transformation partners. So somewhere between the typical value-added reseller that would sell the hardware and the Deloitte. So there's a really nice middle firm there.
And the MSP.
And the MSP type scenario. Yeah. So like WWT, government acquisitions, these are amazing companies that fit in between the box seller and the service provider, and they're doing amazing delivery.
There's a little vertical of government reseller integrator types, right, that serve that market.
Yep.
Are you seeing that ecosystem changing to adopt to the AI demand?
Yeah, so AI is fueled so much right now on the training side, and there's just $1 billion after $10 billion sales, and they make the big headlines. But it's the fact that 2,000, 5,000 enterprises are going to adopt inferencing, actually running AI now. That's going to be the meaty center.
Yeah.
And we're finding the VARs that maybe couldn't contribute in those billion-dollar sales are now focusing on that inference, that middle layer, and they're transforming their own organizations to sort of take advantage of that.
And one last question, and this has been a great conversation, but you're a busy guy. So what are we going to see as the next big step, the next big milestone in terms of the models that are coming to market, the tools that are coming to market?
Yeah, so two things on that. On Monday, Quinn, the Alibaba Research Group, released Quinn 3.0, it's a public open weight model, so anybody can use it. All of our enterprises can use it. It is now the #1 model on all test bench across all levels. Wow. It is out exceeding GPT-04. It is exceeding Gemini. It is exceeding even the models for Microsoft and OpenAI, et cetera. So it's absolutely amazing that now open source models have taken that leap, and they're at the SOTA level. They're the state of the art, just like the other ones. Second, the big thing, and I'm sure you've had 10 people already say this, MCP, Model Context Protocol. The ability to write once, that an agent now can access this tool. This tool can be anything. You can write that. Now you have a protocol for that to actually happen. And once one company writes that tool, they open source that MCP. Agents now can access, I think the last I saw on the search engines was about 150 to 200,000 tools. I bet you just give it another 3 months, they'll be in the millions. So now agents can access anything with the best models in private ecosystems, i.e. they're public models. You can do this. It's going to change the enterprise and change the world.
That's exciting times.
It is.
Well, I think you're going to have a hard time delivering all this demand that you have coming your way. But
what a good problem to have, finally.
I was going to say the pity in my heart is not that heavy.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Thanks so much for your time.
Of
Thanks
course.
for stopping by.
All right, thank you.
Have a great